Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SoCal AI Talks podcast. I'm your host, Luis, and along with my partner, Edgar, we talk to business owners and entrepreneurs about their field of expertise. Today, we are talking with Anne Appleby, founder of YogaForce. How's your day going today, Anne?
Pretty good.
So you founded this company quite some time ago. Can you tell us how we got started?
I was working at Paramount Pictures in the late 1980s, and I had a sort of abusive boss, but in the late 1980s, that was totally okay. So I started taking yoga on the lot, and I hated the first 3 classes because I'm a marathon runner. And Marion Stark, who is the yoga teacher, also Baron Baptiste, they just said, give it 3 classes, and at the end of the 3 classes, if you still don't like it, then you're too type A and it's not for you. So hated the first class, got dragged to the second class, and got addicted on the third class. In other words, I started going to work at Paramount because I could take a yoga class at lunch. So I stayed 5 years. I got fully vested on my 401k, and then I immediately quit. And I called my uncle, who was a patent and trademark attorney, and I said, don't tell my dad, but trademark YogaForce. And then I started messing around with clothes, and I sold clothes to Bloomingdale's, Fred Siegel, Nordstrom's, Macy's, lots of spas, resorts, really high-end hotels. And I also got product placement because I worked at Paramount. I got product placement. My first encounter was the wardrobe designer of Mad About You, and I've never done this before, so I had my bag of YogaForce clothes, and I followed a little company. I was number 2. Nike was number 1. So wow. Nike goes in, gives them $1,000 and everything they wanted for free, plus more. And then I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah. I just started this. I go, you can't even have a deal. If you want anything, you got to pay full retail. Because I know it's petty cash. They have petty cash. So I said, if you like it, you buy it. And she goes, fine, come on in. She ended up buying my entire bag. So that was great. So Mad About You is my first one. Then I got Friends. Then I got Dharma and Greg. It was on like 50 different TV shows, and it was in some movies, The Terminators. I met with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wow, it was like awesome. Friggin' fun. If you're in Los Angeles in the early 1990s, launching a yoga brand before anybody thought yoga was going to be anything was perfect. So it's kind of set off like wildfire. So I had the clothes from 1995 to 2003, and then I moved to San Francisco. And then when I got to San Francisco, it's a tech capital of the world. And I'm like, well, it's really hard doing the clothes. I was literally doing this all by myself. I'm going to start doing yoga mats. So I trademarked and patented a yoga mat. Do you want to see the yoga mat?
Yeah, we would love to see it. Yeah, that was actually
we've been looking at it on your website.
The A-line mat.
But it looks like
it's yogaforce.com. Here's the mat. Very and then cool. You have a little removable wallet. So if you want to ride your bike to a yoga class, it's hands-free. Can you see?
Yeah.
So you can literally ride your bike to the yoga class. And then you just open it up, and it's got this alignment stripe. So you put your hands and your feet in the correct places. You can see more on yogaforce.com. Yeah. But it's ergonomically designed. It's wider at your shoulders.
Okay.
And narrower at your feet.
Very cool.
And so it's got feng shui.
Also got handles, corners. Right? We saw some sort of handles or like straps.
Yeah, straps. And then you just throw it out on the floor and do yoga.
Very cool.
It's really grippy. It's great for traveling. It's a hit, and it was featured for 3 seasons right by the front door of The Big Bang Theory, which is a hit TV show that's still playing on streaming. Yeah. And it's going to be featured on a huge TV show on ABC in the fall.
Very cool. So as far as the A-line mat goes, what sets it apart is it the lines on it that
patented alignment stripes, the feng shui. It doesn't have sharp corners. It's got rounded corners. It's tapered, and it's ergonomically designed to fit your body. So that's all patented and trademarked.
Got it. Okay. Very cool. And so you've been in the industry for a long time, the yoga industry.
Yeah, around
Um,
30 years.
Around 30 years. Tell us, what trends have you noticed among yoga practitioners lately? Like, is it in technology? Is it like an at-home practice? Or what are like some general wellness trends that you are seeing in the industry?
Well, I still teach private yoga
Uh-huh.
because people think they're doing it correctly and they're completely out of alignment. They're not doing it correctly at all. I see
Okay.
a lot of lazy fingers when you're doing downward facing dog, which
Mm-hmm.
messes up your wrists. You really have to open up and use all 10 of your fingers so you don't put all the pressure on your wrists. So I think it's one of the only things you can do without AI, because I'm a teacher and I notice what you're doing incorrectly. You don't know what you're doing incorrectly. I have to constantly, I teach a lot of yoga to golfers. Golfers have repetitive motion all the time. So, or they travel a lot and one shoulder's up, the other shoulder's down. They don't even notice this. So I try to bring them back to perfect body alignment, which makes their back feel better. They actually, a lot of golfers have back problems.
So, Annie, you mentioned downward dog, and we noticed on your site that you offer doga, which is yoga for.
I teach dog yoga. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I don't think a lot of people know about that.
Yeah, it was just actually featured on the San Francisco Chronicle. Just did a piece on it.
That's
Literally,
cool.
isn't that kind of cool?
That's
Wow.
very cool.
So I got my dog Madison in 2009, and she's a little puppy, and I'm like, okay, well, I got to do yoga. The dog followed my every move. When I did downward facing dog, she did downward facing dog.
How
So
fun.
in 2009, I decided to incorporate my dog into teaching my yoga practices. And it's kind of like a baby with weights, because I teach moms and babies how to do yoga. So
Okay.
it's pretty much exactly the same thing. So you use them as a little weight, or you massage them. It's good bonding. It's just fun. It's really fun. There's
awesome.
a video on if you go to yogaforce.com and you scroll down, there's a video of me teaching dog yoga to Cesar Millan's son on Nat Geo.
No way. Caesar Milan, the dog
Yeah.
whisperer.
Yeah.
Super cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we've been looking at your website, and just, we read a little bit about your story.
Did do my latest blog on AI.
Yeah, I
Um,
noticed. So we don't even have to ask you if you use AI. I see it was 100%
Yes, I have
written
been
by
using
AI.
ChatGPT since it came out. Literally, it is not very good. It started hallucinating. You ask them a
See?
question
You even know the
that you know
terminology.
really well.
Yeah.
Like I know myself, so I Googled Anne Appleby YogaForce, and it would say all this stuff that is not true. And I'm like, wow, that's bad. So then you keep checking back, and it gets better and better. Then I'm looking at, there's a Microsoft Pilot. That's really a good one. There's so many different AIs, but
Yeah.
Google just launched an AI. So if you Google that one, in the last 2 weeks, has literally gotten amazingly good. So AI is here to stay, and it's getting really good. I don't know if it's at the apex or if it's just going to replace everybody, because writers, I mean, it makes it so much easier for you to write a blog or a Substack or whatever you're doing. You have to definitely cross-reference and make sure you're writing something that's truthful.
Yeah.
So
I think it's like that.
I mean, I use it. I'm
document too,
going to keep, I'm going to probably switch to Substack. So I was just playing around with it, but yeah, it's really pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you were saying, a lot of people are using it now for research, replacing search engines. And just like SEO is used for search engines, there's now kind of like SEO for chatbots, or, for these LLMs that have to be trained better. But yeah, they're getting incredible. So how about your day-to-day operations? Are you using AI for anything as far as lead generation, your content? You're obviously very active on YouTube and stuff like that. And
I'm not active on YouTube. I'm going to start doing some YouTube yoga lessons because I think that's good. I should do that. But I do teach privately. So my day-to-day activities are I go out to lunch. I'm going to teach some yoga classes. And then, yeah, that's
and all your bookings come
a lot of
like
running
just
around.
straight. All your bookings come straight to your phone, like on your website. They don't see like a form or anything like that. They just call
People
you.
call me. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's just when I'm in the mood to get more clients, I get press. I'm a PR person. So
You go for your
I
Hollywood
know how to do
people.
my own press.
I mean, coming from Hollywood, what better press than you get, right? You
Yeah,
get all this?
I'm very good. That's one of my talents. Yoga and PR.
Love it. So tell us some of your challenges. Do you have any challenges, bottlenecks in your business right now that you can think
Well,
of?
right now with Donald Trump, there's tariff problems. And I was working with the NIH at Stanford University on balance. And I think they've eliminated a lot of those programs at Stanford, which really upsets me. So, yeah, I mean, there's some very big challenges.
Yeah. So it's
In the health
fun.
and wellness, I mean, they're going to slash Medicare, Medicaid
Right.
for older people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything
literally, it's
healthcare.
just not good. I really do not think it's good.
No, I completely agree with you. The funding, everybody keeps reading about it, right? The bill that just they just voted on, and it's cutting
It hasn't
Medicaid.
as yet, as we speak, it has not passed the House yet.
Yeah, I think the Senate.
It did pass the Senate, yeah. So it's probably gonna. I mean,
That's the
it
scary
probably
part.
will pass,
Yeah,
but
I mean, the
I'm
House
not
is
happy about it.
right there with you. Yeah, especially when it comes to healthcare, because like you said, you were working with an organization that got slashed. Their funding got slashed because of these cuts.
Mhm.
So that's definitely a challenge. So you're losing.
But it's also very important to keep yourself healthy. So I was recently sick. I got a hepatitis B shot last April, and literally
Wow.
ever since then, I've been really sick. Now I'm feeling much better. But seriously, it's so important to maintain your health. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen. You could go outside and get, I don't know, stung by a bee and then have a really bad reaction to that too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you just never know. But so trying to keep yourself healthy is number one for everybody.
Absolutely. And you are a skin cancer survivor, correct?
Yes, I'm a
Yeah,
skin cancer
yeah.
survivor.
Yeah, and you dealt with that. How long ago was that?
I was running on the bike path in, I can't exactly remember the year. I think it was around 2003. And I had a bikini top on and leggings and listening to tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy pulled me off the bike path. And I'm like, whoa. And he goes, I'm sorry, but I'm a dermatologist and you have to go see a dermatologist or come see me tomorrow because you have melanoma on your back.
Wow.
So I called my parents and I went to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist said, yes, you have melanoma. We're going to have to pump you full of blue dye to figure out where it metastasized in your system. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So my mom and dad were in San Francisco. I called them. They came on the next plane out. Then I was in the hospital and they did the surgery, and I'm awake for the surgery on my back. And it's like a 3-inch scar, and they got clean margins, but it was a stage 3 melanoma. So
Oh,
in other
wow.
words, if that guy didn't pull me off the bike path, I probably would be dead.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's interesting how things happen for a reason, or sometimes when you least expect it. Yeah.
So the other thing is I got a sty in my eye, and this was 3 years ago. I had a sty in my eye, and I went to all these doctors, and it's a sty, it'll go away. I'm like, styes go away in 3 days. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then they sent me to another specialist, and she said, oh my God, I see this all the time. You have basal cell carcinoma in your eye.
Oh my gosh.
So she removed a third of my lower eyelid.
Whoa.
Well, you're obviously very accomplished with your business, and you're just looking at your website and see everything that you've accomplished. Where do you see yourself and YogaForce in the next 6 to 12 months? Where would you like to go next?
Looking to license it. Right now, I've got a meeting tomorrow regarding licensing it. I'm really picky. I've been offered some people want to buy it. It's just like, let's see what happens. I literally don't want to do this as far as dealing with, I get my mats directly from Taiwan. And that's going to, you have to order 7,000 to 8,000 mats at a time. What happens if all of a sudden there's a big tariff that gets implemented, and then my mats come over, and all of a sudden I have to pay $500,000 more than I anticipated paying?
Yeah.
And then I have to pay for shipping them and warehousing them. That'll kill me. So I'm not doing that right now. I have very few YogaForce mats left. You can still get them on my website, but we'll see. I probably will end up licensing it or selling it to a bigger company.
Very cool.
For the right price. I'm picky.
For the right price.
I want a good price.
That's a good opportunity, though. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So just so you know a little bit about us and what we do, SoCal AI Talks, SoCal AI Solutions. We like to talk to entrepreneurs like yourself and business owners. And we have these conversations. After we're done with these conversations, we run the transcript through one of our AI tools. Pretty much everything that we do is using AI tools. What we like to do is have the AI tool analyze the call and see if there's any opportunities for us to partner with you, whether that's with your day-to-day operations, scheduling, things like that, managing CRM tools, things like that. So once we're done here, we're going to run that through the transcript, but we'll send that to you absolutely free, just for you to review as a thank you for being a guest on our podcast today. So that's just kind of what we wanted to talk to you about today is, seeing if there's any opportunities in
potentially down the road, there could be some good opportunities.
Yeah. So, so at this time, we'd like to give you the opportunity to let our viewers know where they could find your products, whether that's like your website, Facebook, Instagram.
My products are exclusively on YogaForce.com. And that's YogaF as in Frank, ORCE.com. Like Air Force, YogaForce.
Like Air Force. I like that. I think.
And do you have like open sessions that you still book for private sessions?
I book, but I live in the Bay Area. So if you live in Foster City, Burlingame, Hillsborough area, San Francisco area, I go to your house. So
do a lot of
traveling.
traveling.
Come here.
Do you do any virtual?
Not right now.
Trainings?
I mean, I just got a light and a setup, and I got to get all that set up. I am going to start doing that.
Yeah. Did you? What did you during COVID? Did you do just?
I did outdoor.
Classes?
I did
okay.
outdoor yoga. But I mean, honestly, I live in California, so we were okay with COVID because we did a lot of outdoor. People who lived in where it was raining or, that was a pain for them because I don't know, COVID was a nightmare for everybody. We're glad that's gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm a former gym owner myself, and it hit us pretty hard.
Where are you guys located?
We're in Southern California, the Orange County area.
Orange County. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. I miss LA. I love LA.
Yeah, I saw your number is 323. I'm like, oh, she's in LA.
I'm never losing that number. It's always going to be my 323.
Yeah, so you could say, San Francisco is, like our sister city, but the Bay.
I have a lot of family up there.
Edgar has family in San Francisco.
Every so often.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Weather's great.
Yeah, I like the cold. I like the chilly up there.
Yeah, it gets cold at night and then it's really warm during the day. So that's good.
Yeah.
And we're a lot cooler than you guys because you guys get really hot. So
definitely.
We do. Well, we'll wrap this up here. We're coming up on time. Is there any final thoughts or words that you'd like to share, for entrepreneurs that are coming up in business?
Definitely take advantage of AI. It's excellent. I went to my last doctor's appointment and the doctor said, do you mind if we use AI? I'm like, no. He goes, it helps me write doctor's notes after our visit.
Mm-hmm.
So on his phone, he had an AI tool and it's relatively new. They're all using it though. So it's an AI tool on their phone, records the session that you have with your doctor. And then when you log on to your hospital notes, it saves doctors so much time because it puts
it all in there. Yeah. It's basically what this call is doing right now. It summarizes the call and it provides us an analysis of what we discussed. So I
can't wait to see it. Is it going to be up on YouTube?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we'll send you some shorts if you'd like some clips to share on your social media.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it definitely will be up on YouTube in a few days after we edit it. And I was going to ask you something and now I forgot.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Oh, no, actually, I wasn't going to ask you something. I was going to mention about AI and you were talking about the doctor. But, AI is great at processing huge amounts of data. And for cancer analysis, I heard it's getting like 99% accurate at predicting certain cancers.
Yes, I heard that yesterday too. It's not just cancer. It's a lot diagnosing problems that medical doctors can't figure out.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for medicine.
It's going to be very good and very bad. I mean, the problem that I feel that is going to be very bad is there's going to be a lot of distortions and misinformation out there that people believe. Mm-hmm. I was looking at YouTube the other day and there was Oprah Winfrey talking about this pink salt diet. And she said her husband notices her weight loss. She didn't ever marry Stedman, so she doesn't even have a husband. And then I looked at it carefully and it's AI generated.
Well, yeah, so much fake
stuff. So in other words, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits against people impersonating other people. I mean, it's not, that part is scary.
Right. Yeah.
But for the good it can do, I think it is going to make everything easier. It might eliminate a lot of jobs. That's not good. But it still is a huge time saver. I think it's great. I mean, so far it's like helping me. So I like it.
Like anything, right? It has its pros and cons. So
Exactly.
it depends on the user. I think
It needs to be moderated. And we have
Right.
all these people in Congress that are complete idiots and they're way too old and they don't understand what they're doing. So we need to have a whole flush out with younger people who understand technology, who can really, it needs to be monitored. People need to have, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Stop signs, but they don't know,
Yeah.
they don't understand.
Yeah, well, we're Californian. We're a little bit ahead of them because this is where it started. This is the tech of it, right?
Yeah, I know, but
we're
they
the
need to
hub.
have rules and regulations, and they
Yeah.
can't. Congress can't figure out those rules and regulations.
No,
and
they were
I'm
trying.
mad at both sides. It's not just the
Oh
Republicans
yeah, no,
or
it's
the
Congress
Democrats.
as a
It's
whole.
like
They're,
all of them.
if this bill passes there, I don't know if it got edited out of there. I hope it did, but they were trying to pass some little snippet in the bill that allowed, that didn't allow, I think, the states to regulate their AI for 10 years.
I know, which is insane. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad. So we all hope things will change soon.
All right, Annie. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we'll send you some links and let you know when this is up on your YouTube. We really thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure
Thank
speaking
you.
with you. It's really
Nice
fun.
to
Thank
meet you
so much.
guys.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.